Boyfriend won't take me out on dates. My boyfriend, 23 male, and myself, 21 female, have been together for 3 years and we do not go on dates anymore. I've told him I would like to be taken out or plan date nights together and he said, we are 3 years in, that is honeymoon phase shit. You just want to be taken out on expensive dates and I can't do that. This is normal. He twists my words and makes me look like I'm asking for certain things I'm not. I've explained that date nights can be as simple as staying in and cooking together or playing board games. I feel it's important to put aside at least an hour of your time once a week to put away your phone and turn off the TVS and just be with your partner and enjoying their company. He absolutely refuses to do anything with me. He tells me that other people don't do that and makes me feel like what I'm asking for isn't normal. When the rare occasion occurs that we go out, he is on his phone the whole time and disengaged. I've suggested going to see a movie that recently came out and he originally said he wanted to go but then proceeded to give me the runaround when he picked me up to go and we ended up not going. Valentine's Day is coming up and he has not said a word about it and I've decided to hold off on saying anything. A man should know a woman would appreciate being taken out or gifted flowers and I want to see what effort he makes. I'm tired of planning all these dates that fall through so I'm leaving it to him. Any advice? Too long did not read. Boyfriend refuses to take me out or participate in planning date nights. I've explained how important it is to me to spend quality time together and he puts up a fight and gets defensive. Any advice? Why are you dating someone who doesn't even want to spend time with you? My advice is break up. He clearly isn't capable or interested in an emotionally close and adult relationship. If what you said is true, then he clearly is letting what everyone else is doing dictate his behavior in your relationship. Me and my husband met at 22. We were broke. We still went on dates. Dates are available at all price ranges. Just the act of dressing up and going out was enough. It still is. It doesn't need to cost a dime. This is so sad. And he's completely wrong. Happy couples don't ever stop dating. Plus that seems boring and he seems disrespectful being on his phone all the time instead of engaging. Is this what you want? Because marriage will not fix this behavior. We'll know you know what he's like after his honeymoon phase is over. So make a decision on the future of your relationship based on what you know now, not what you experienced 3 years ago. Honestly, I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything, but it's a red flag location flag when a person doesn't want to be seen in public with her significant other. It usually means you're a side piece and they don't want to get catch cheating on the real significant other. That's kind of lame. How your man ain't gone take you WTF. Looks like he's starting to take you for granted. Hope he steps up. If not, I'll take you out lol. My girlfriend and I plan dates all the time, and we've been together for 2 years. Hell, my wife and I still have dates from time to time, and we've been married for 20 years. Going on dates is something that should keep happening for as long as you enjoy it. You don't need to go on expensive dates lol. My husband and I have been together for over 9 years, we'll be 10 this summer. We still go on dates. Dates are a way to focus on each other. I'm 41 and he is 39. This is a second marriage for each of us. Dates don't have to be expensive. They are essential. Relationships require work. He needs to be willing to put in the work. I don't think he likes you. My ex used very similar language while he was unfaithful and chasing something more interesting to him around. It's an excuse to not have to put in any effort basically. He's not interested in facilitating anything more intimate, fun, sincere or genuine. Big red flag turning it on you. Girl, no. This is not it. Dates aren't reserved for the honeymoon phase. You're in your early 20s, could you really imagine spending years longer with this guy who is flat out telling you he isn't willing to take you on a date? Won't make screen-free time for you, or prioritize your needs and happiness. You deserve better than that. You've given him lots of fun suggestions and he's shooting them down and unwilling to put an effort in for you. Sometimes people are really showing you who they are, and you need to be very careful about investing more time settling for someone far from special. I am admittedly bad with this. I partied hard in my early 20s and now I'm almost 30. I don't really want to go to bars anymore because I'll get sloshed quick out of old habits almost and I don't have good control once I start mixing. So we don't really go out like that anymore. But I make sure at least twice a month to go somewhere decent to eat. Or go bowling, movies, or even shopping together. It is nice out of the house together. Hell, we still go to bars together about 4 or 5 times a year even though I usually say I'm good. He has got to make time for the relationship and not just what he wants you for. If he isn't will to make you happy now, imagine how the future will be. Not only is he lazy, he's unkind. He's told you clearly, he's not interested in being a good partner. Good partners engage in quality one-to-one time and aren't dismissive when asked for that. This isn't a small issue. If he's not willing to do the bare minimum for dates, what else doesn't he do? I don't think you need to wait until Valentine's Day. If he hasn't put any effort in before, I don't think he's going to suddenly start now. It also sounds like you've addressed this with him before and he was dismissive of your very reasonable expectations. This quote is about marriage, but it seems applicable to any long-term relationship. Marriages, like a garden, take time to grow. But the harvest is rich unto those who patiently and tenderly care for the ground. Darlene Shack. Find yourself someone else who is willing to put a little effort in. I'm going to give him some grace and say maybe this isn't how relationships he saw growing up worked. Maybe to him, this isn't normal. That's irrelevant. You're saying you need good undivided attention. This is a very reasonable request. If he doesn't see this as a core component of a relationship and isn't willing to learn, grow, change, then you need to find someone that can give this to you. He'll either learn the hard way or make some girl miserable in the future. Honeymoon phase. Then I must be in my honeymoon phase for 13 years now with my wife. We go out on dates. Your boyfriend seems cheap, boring, and taking you for granted. My husband and I have been together over 10 years. We go on dates regularly. It is a priority in our lives. I heard him earlier today on the phone with the florist ordering flowers for Valentine's. When we go on dates, we dress up, and we do this multiple times a month. I'm not saying that is necessary for everyone. By the way, we always cook in on Valentine's Day to avoid the prefix nightmare services, but damn, I would be so unhappy in a relationship devoid of romance, devoid of treasuring each other, appreciating each other. It sounds like you already know you are unhappy. I'd say your instinct of seeing how Valentine's plays out is a good one. If he once again falls flat and makes zero effort, you know what you want to do. My boyfriend and I have been together 7 years and are in our mid-30s. We go on bike rides, see movies, have game days at home, play video games together, go on hikes, canoe, go to trivia nights. The list goes on. You can have this too, don't think you're not worth it. There is real love out there. Yeah, so here's a glimpse at what your life will be like. Dump him. I left my fiancé after 8 years because I was tired of being put on the back burner for porn and video games. Dump him, girly. Life is better. Your boyfriend is wrong. I've been with my significant other for almost 8 years and we still go on dates. If he won't compromise on this, let him know it's a deal breaker for you and move on. My husband and I have been married for years and we take each other on special dates a lot. Dump this dude. Celebrate this Valentine's Day as a single woman. Get rid of the whole rotten man. Move along. Any advice? Lol. Break up with him and move on with your life. This guy is clearly far checked out of your relationship and could not give less of a shit about you. You're only 21. Do you really want to deal with this trash man lying to you about normalcy, never giving you the time of day, never making you feel special, and barely even paying attention to you, forever? You really only have 2 options here, because you've already tried clear communication and he was entirely dismissive of you. He won't change, so you can either get out and find someone better or keep being miserable with this asshole indefinitely instead. Get away from his cheap ass now. You deserve someone who hears you and wants to do things with you, then stay home every night. I'm sorta in that situation, confused face. Why wait for him to go out to eat? You want to go out, go out. Then see what he has to say about it. You going out on your own, probably meeting new people who might treat you better. I agree, it's important to get out with your partner every now and then. Show him you won't wait. My husband and I have been married 29 years and we still go out on dates, have nice dinners, and he still gets me flowers. If your guy can't be bothered after only 3 years, what will it be like in 10 years, 20 years, etc.? If this stuff is important to you and he's blowing you off, then this probably isn't a relationship for the long term. Leave him. He doesn't want a relationship outside of the bed. Everyone else is already pointing out the obvious. Your boyfriend is a lazy asshole who doesn't care about putting any work into your relationship, so I won't comment further there, but I noticed this. I've told him I would like to be taken out or plan date nights together and he said, we are 3 years in, that is honeymoon phase shit. You just want to be taken out on expensive dates and I can't do that. This is normal. He twists my words and makes me look like I'm asking for certain things I'm not. Twisting words like this is a common manipulation tactic by emotionally abusive people. I'm not saying he is that, but you do seem to indicate that he does this on the regular when you two disagree. That's a big red flag. If he mess up on Valentine's Day, just leave him. That would take it too far. IMHO. Here is the plan. First, you take him out on a date. Something that you both will find really fun. Give him such a good time that he will want to do it again, and at the end, when he is smiling and happy, say to him, "I'm glad you had such a good time." You can plan the next date, then quickly run away so he can't say no. Some guys want to have a girlfriend but not a relationship. My ex was the same. He's pretending like you're being outrageous because he simply doesn't want to do it. He pretends like he doesn't know what you're asking for, but of course he does. The truth is he doesn't want to spend time with you. You even admit that. He has no desire to put any effort into your relationship. And the rest of your life together will look like this. And you're so young. Imagine 40 years of this, being with a man who can barely tolerate you. Who manipulates you and makes you feel crazy for wanting simple things. To meet your basic needs. I don't really say this, but girl, please leave him. There's nothing worth saving here and everything to gain once you're free again. I know it's scary, but you'll regret every moment you continued to put up with this. Why don't you take him out? Do you guys live together? This is a serious issue and you need to try to approach him so he understands your needs. He needs to compromise or you will not survive. Even a key word for you once a week you get to say, "It is a date night today," and he needs to follow. He is very defensive and thinks of dates as big cost, but he needs to understand that this is about quality time. For me, even a long walk and coffee is a date. Is he a bad partner except for date nights? If not, then maybe play reverse physiology. Take your friends or family out and let him know. Why not invite him along but let him know he has to pay his way? When it's uncomfortable, he will run for the hill or he will learn the value you bring to the relationship. On a side note, if you guys are not sleeping together, then he is not going to pay for date night. You benefit from his time and attention. How does he benefit from you? Unfortunately, this is how relationships have degenerated too. I've been married for 22 years and my husband still loves to take me on dates. I take him on them too. If he's not reciprocating, find someone who will. Life is too long to be wasting it on someone who is going to be that boring 3 years in. He's just not that into you. Dump him and find someone who is. This isn't normal. Other people might not do it, which is also false. Other people do it. But if his girlfriend needs dates to feel loved, then he has to take her on dates. Period. You deserve someone who cares about your feelings. Gaslight. Leave his ass. No offense. But you know damn well that you deserve better. Literally spent 3 years trying to convince my partner that I was worthy of more than the bare minimum. I'm sorry that you're going through this and I wish I could shake him and tell him how bad it's gonna hurt if you leave. Come on over, we can do like Valentine's shit IDK. Don't settle for a scrub. A Lee stranger. Dump him and get a cat instead. They won't take you out but at least they'll cuddle, and they take up way less space too. He doesn't sound like an actual boyfriend. Dump his ass. Why don't you just break up with him now? He's a lazy bum who doesn't give a shit about your happiness. I feel it's important to put aside at least an hour of your time once a week to put away your phone and turn off the TVS and just be with your partner and enjoying their company. He absolutely refuses to do anything with me. When the rare occasion occurs that we go out, he is on his phone the whole time and disengaged. Wait. Why are you dating someone who doesn't even like you? I would start calling this boyfriend by his first name and rid yourself of calling him your boyfriend. He doesn't deserve that title anymore. Also, I would think about cutting all communication cold turkey. It may hurt, or it might be a newfound release to never give another thought about this douche. SMH. I'm 22 and my boyfriend is 27 and he takes me out on dates all the time. Sure, it can get expensive, but you guys can always find free things to do. Go hiking, the beach, a park, etc. He's just being lazy and cheap. Please love yourself more and leave him. You need to raise your standards because he's underappreciating you. He probably think you'll stick around forever and he can just stop trying to impress you. That's so wrong. Anytime there's only one person in the relationship who is defining the terms of the relationship without input from the other person, it's no longer a relationship.